We're going.
All right, hey guys, welcome to Disney Lost Boys and Girls, where loving Disney never grows old. I am Jake, and I'm here with Lost Boy Tim over here. How's it going, Tim?
Hi, good.
Doing great. Everything going well?
Yeah, so far, just trying to get over this whole thing as best I can. So
Same. That's the same with every one of our Disney park goers here in California, pretty much. It's like we're
yeah,
still hanging in there. I mean, at least you still got downtown Disney. So
that's right.
yep, and we got it. Which, by the way, you've been to downtown Disney. How is it?
I'm not just been to downtown Disney. It can be crowded on weekends. They
Yeah.
still have distancing and such, and they mandate the masks, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah, they're being very strict with that. But it's like if you pretty much like take them off when you're not supposed to, you'll be asked to leave. So.
Not exactly that. They just tell you to put them back on.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if you're like refusing to put it back on, then they would
That's
ask
right.
you to leave.
That's right.
So, yeah. They've been pretty strict with masks over there. Which, by the way, is everyone do your part. Wear your masks, and we can pretty much keep the slowing of the spread down. That's what we want.
Right,
So,
and it has been going down. So
yeah. Okay.
Especially in my location. So
yeah. But anyways, we're not here to talk about like masks or spreads or all that. We're here to talk about Disney villains. We're here to talk about. Yep. So pretty much like earlier, we asked you, the Disney Lost Boys and Girls community, I would like the list of 13 villains that we selected from the primary list of villains. Who is the most fiendish, the most diabolical, the most evil, like the most memorable Disney villain out of all of them?
and Disney's votes do not count.
What's that?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, sorry. What's that?
No, I meant like the standard cliche ones.
Okay, yeah, but yeah. So unfortunately, so we got like great villains like the Evil Queen, Maleficent, Queen of Hearts, Captain Hook, Frollo, Jafar, Scar, Dr. Facilier, like a lot of great villains to choose from. But unfortunately, yep, we picked 13 of the primary members. Unfortunately, we did not pick like villains that were not included on the primary list, like Mother Gothel, Yokai, Tamatoa, Hans. And you know what? Because of the state of California right now, we'll just add Newsom to the list right now. No, I'm kidding.
Goes without saying now. I saw this video where I saw this video recently where someone put him in Joker makeup.
Oh my gosh, I saw that. Like,
but for the right reasons. So.
Right? Like, oh my gosh, I mean, I may be a fellow Democrat, but I'm like, he's been taking it too far. But anyways, back to villains. Back to villains. Back to the villains, the true Disney villains.
Yes, please.
So pretty much, we asked you guys, the community, to rank the villains on our list from worst to best, and we also, like the team, we complied and we put our input on the villains. We ranked them, and surprisingly, like just by like the team alone, there was like a three-way tie in one position. So originally, we were gonna have pretty much a separate list, like the team's list and the community's list. But since it was a tie on like one of the rankings, like if there was a three-way tie, that I thought like, no, we can't have ties. There has to be separate. So so what I did is I combined the scores from the community and from the teams together to get the list that we have right now, the current ranking that you guys are about to hear. So earlier I asked Tim over here what his current like predictions of his of the rankings of the Disney villains that we have. So Tim, would you like to go over like your top 13 predictions from worst to best when it comes to villains?
Yes. Yes. Should I start at the beginning or?
Go from 13 to 1.
Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can remember this because my memory goes all over the place. So
that's all good.
Okay. So if I remember correctly, Evil Queen was 12. She was 12.
Okay, you put Evil Queen at 12. Okay.
Lady Tremaine was. I think she was 13. I don't remember specifically.
Yeah, I believe you put, Lady Tremaine was at the bottom of the list for you.
She was at the bottom of the list. Maleficent was, shoot, I don't remember what it was now. Maleficent was about, I believe she was about 11?
11. Okay, it's like so on like the lower side of the scale. Okay, even
More or
though that
less.
you
Well, more or less. Yeah, I mean, everyone, like I was saying, everyone calls her Disney's greatest villain, but
right.
but it kind of goes without saying now because her literal name means evil. So
Exactly.
so
Let's
that.
see. Any other placings?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Let's see if I can remember this. Frollo was at number 3.
Okay, you put Furlough for 3. Okay.
Um, and Dr. Facilier was at number 1. I don't remember the rest of them. So
Okay. But I think I remember one part. I think you remember putting, I think, like Scar at least in the top 5, like
he
during the
was number
conversation.
2.
Yeah. Okay, number 2. Okay.
I
And
think.
I know that you think, okay, and Hades, like I remember you
No,
somewhat.
Hades was number 2.
Yeah, Hades number 2. There you go. I was like, I know Hades and Scar for sure. I remember that you put in your top 5.
Right,
So,
right, right. Hades was number 2 because yeah, and
right.
and then Scar I think was number 4.
All right.
I don't remember
All right.
specifically, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right, we're a bit on the time crunch, but we're going to speed through this list. Well, not like go fast, but like we're gonna like steadily go through the list. We got like a basic idea of like the different placings that you had for each villain.
Right.
So, all right. So without further ado, shall we get to the list?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the list, according to the Disney Lost Boys and Girls community and the team mashed together, these are the top 13 Disney villains of all time.
That was the dumb way I did it, but yeah.
It's so good. Okay, at the bottom of the list, at number 13, we have the wicked stepmother herself, Lady Tremaine, at the bottom of the list at number 13. So that one you got right, actually, Tim. So
really?
Yeah, at the bottom of the list was Lady Tremaine from Cinderella.
Imagine that.
So, question like, why do you think Lady Tremaine got this placement?
Um. Uh. Just because she only cares about herself and her daughters. She doesn't really care about Cinderella.
And she's like, oh, I care for you. Now go go make me some food, do the dishes, wash the floors, and do all that.
And it's like, yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's pretty much all she did. Tried to sabotage Cinderella's happily ever after.
That's pretty much it. Even in the third direct-to-video sequel, she did that. She tried to.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did pose more of a threat in the third movie, but we're only counting the first movies, so no sequel. Yeah, no sequel activities.
And like I said, on this trailer is called her Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yep.
And when they did that, they showed the scene where she's looking at the camera with like the glowing eyes.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that stare still gets me today.
Oh no yes, joke. Very.
It still gets me. All right.
It's like, what are you doing? I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So unfortunately, Lady Tremaine is at the bottom of the list, which brings us to number 12 on our list. So number 12, all the way from Wonderland, it's the Queen of Hearts.
Really?
Yeah, Queen of Hearts got number 12 on our list. So
I guess.
Nice, you guess. Like, I mean, like earlier we predicted, like before we expanded the roster from 10 to 13, we originally thought that Queen of Hearts was going to be at the bottom of the list. So, right. But now that she's just one up, she's like, nope, it's like she's at 12. So
she is now.
Yep. Which I think probably because like you only see her towards like the last third of the movie, and like all she does is
true, and she's more funny than she rages a lot, so that makes it funny. So
exactly, like she's like. Yeah, which makes it, yeah, she's childish, but she's also really tyrannical and really dangerous if you get on her bad side.
This is true. But
yeah, like she could pretty much order to have your head chopped off with a snap of fingers. Like
if she was that lucky.
Yeah, if she was that lucky. But it was all a dream, so
oh dears.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, the Evil Queen will not be making it to the top villains anytime soon. Now, here is a pretty, very surprising placement that pretty much I found out when calculating scores.
Okay.
All the way from the Hunchback of Notre Dame, it's Frollo at number 11. Yeah, Frollo at number 11.
Wow, really?
Yeah, he ranked that low. Like, I am shocked. Like,
I know, because he's like one of the greatest villains.
Yeah, he's like one of the most evil like villains
and
on this list.
and it's proven. It's right in front. It's right in front of your faces. So
Right, and he's like, and many people would say that he's like one of the best Disney villain songs of all time with Hellfire.
duh.
And I'm just surprised that he ranked this low on the list. Like,
Yeah, that's really surprising.
wow. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, my Frollo at number 11. I'm like, is that right?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. But wow, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's crazy. It's super crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but he's done lots of horrible things. Like he killed Quasimodo's mom, tried to drown him when he was a baby, kept him in a tower for at least 17 to 18 years, burned down Paris.
Yeah.
And
Everything he does goes without saying now. So
yeah, very bad. Yeah.
mm-mm,
Oh man, but
yeah.
he gets his appropriate punishment at the end of the film, which is yeah, I'm like totally justified, and totally ironic too.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Did you see Nostalgia Critic's review of it?
Yes, I did. I did see it.
The thing comes to life and it goes, "Jokes on you."
It's so true. It's like who's gonna be falling to the fiery pits now?
Pretty much.
Oh man. Okay.
Anyways,
Well,
back to this.
unfortunately, even though like Frollo is a really diabolical judge, he didn't rank this high on the list. So now we're getting to the top 10. The top 10
All right.
villains on this list. All right, we have at number 10, the insane fashion designer herself, Cruella de Vil, at number 10.
Yes.
All right, so Cruella de Vil made the top 10. How do you feel?
Cruella de Vil made the top 10. Well, she is nuts, so there's that. And, and she'll stop at nothing to get the puppies. So
right, I mean, like that's like evil, like that's like pretty much like that. Like that's pretty much says it all for being a villain. She wants to kill and skin puppies to make a fur coat, like innocent puppies.
I mean, it's cliche, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like her name literally is Cruella de Vil. It's like literally Cruel Devil. That's literally her name.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, even though her henchmen are not the smartest, it's like her herself is pretty intimidating.
Yeah, especially in 101 Dalmatian Street when she's older than that, and I'm like, holy cow.
Yep. And oh my gosh. Although I think the last time we actually went to the parks together, you actually had a chat with Cruella.
I think we all did.
Yeah, we all did. Yeah, but she was like mostly to you though. So
she was. I don't know why that is.
It was fun. I just like little interactions like that.
Yeah. Well, first she tried to kick the droid.
Yeah, exactly. That's such a villain thing to do. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So next, moving up on our list at number 9, we have the hunter himself, Gaston from Beauty and the Beast at number 9. So, whew, man.
That's
no one
that's
can
a tough
place at number 9 like Gaston.
all he does is spew puns nowadays.
Yep, pretty much. Yep, he's the winner of the Nobel Prize.
It goes without saying, but even on House of Mouse he did that. It's like, we get it.
Yep. Oh my gosh, yeah. Like, so how do you feel with Gaston being placed at number 9 above Cruella de Vil?
I guess it's okay.
It's okay. I mean, he's a pretty memorable villain. Like, what's interesting about him is that he doesn't start off immediately as a villain. He starts off more as a jerk and very egocentric, and then he transitions over to like being a villain where like finds out that someone poses as a threat to getting with Belle. So
right. And then it kind of goes in the live action one too, which we won't mention, but yeah. Yeah,
exactly. And like, I'm just saying,
so.
he had the chance. He had the chance to leave with his life, but he didn't take the chance. Like, he didn't. I was pretty dumb of him.
Yeah, and I noticed. Actually, I think a lot of people noticed that when he falls off the cliff in the animated one, you see skulls in his eyes.
Yep, they actually did that on purpose because like they want the audience to know that he does not survive that fall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because originally the ending that they were going to have for Gaston was that he was going to originally survive the fall, but then he would have broken his legs, and then wolves would have came from the forest and dragged him into the forest.
I see.
And would have eaten him right there. But that's a
little dark. That's a little dark.
They thought it was too dark and gruesome to put in it. But they saved it for the Lion King when Scar got taken out by hyenas. So
Even though you don't see it because it cuts to the
yeah,
fire.
even though you
So
don't see it, yeah. So I think that's the way they got away with that. So like they showed the shadows and then
that's
they
the
panned
only
away
way.
from it.
Yeah.
That's the only way they were able to do it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gaston at number 9. Now we're gonna move on to number 8.
Okay.
So at number 8, we have the first Disney villain herself, the Evil Queen from Snow White and the Seven Dwarves.
I guess that adds up. I
Okay,
guess.
I mean, it makes sense that she was in the top 10.
Yeah, she's not crazy. She's just obsessive about beauty,
Exactly.
and will stop at nothing until she's fairest in the land. So,
Like she's like
including
literally,
poison apple.
yeah, like she's literally the definition of beauty queen. Like she's like she's like,
It
oh,
goes
like
without saying now, but yeah.
yeah, she's like, oh, like the mirror's like, am I beautiful? It's like, oh, Snow White is okay. She has to die. So like,
And I saw this bit. I saw this bit from Patty Cake Productions. They do like unexpected musicals where they took Disney's Snow White and put Britney Spears music with it.
oh my gosh.
No,
Okay,
no,
I didn't
no.
see that.
And the way they did the Evil Queen, she performed Toxic.
Oh my gosh. Why does that sound so
But the way it's done in that video is she sings it as she's giving the apple to Snow White.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So it adds up.
Right. Oh, do you remember that time where like I think it was like roughly around like when we first started the channel and we met the Evil Queen and like she asked us to all compliment her like all
yes,
all
I remember
in a
that.
line. Oh my gosh!
Wasn't it during our Phantasmic review?
Yes, it was during our Phantasmic review.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I can remember that because Alexis was with us.
Oh, it's hilarious! Oh my gosh, it was.
She was funny too. That Evil Queen was funny. So.
She was great. Okay, so even though like she's Disney's top first villain, she didn't make the top 5. So
That's
now
okay.
we're gonna go on to number 7. The slithering snake vizier himself, Jafar from Aladdin.
Yes.
At number 7. So
I do have to wonder why that is though.
really, like why Jafar ranked at number 7?
Yeah. I don't have any comments, but yeah.
No comments. I mean, he is a pretty great villain. He's probably in my top 5 list.
Right.
So,
right. He's pretty diabolical too. So.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm happy
he's not a crybaby.
Yeah, like I'm happy that he got like the top 10. I'm happy that he got top 10. So
right.
Just a few steps away from 5, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yes.
Man, but man, so many great deeds. Like he like villainous deeds. Like he pretty much as far as I know, yeah, he tried to take over Agrabah.
That's one thing.
He becomes like an all-powerful sorcerer, a snake, a genie. Although he got taken out like pretty much a classic case of brains over bronze. So like
pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much got outwitted. So yep.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, not the smartest, but
yeah. Otherwise, he'd be Madam Mim.
Oh yeah, like oh my gosh, he could have been like, it's like oh like genie's like oh that's right. It's like a genie is like I wish to be wait a minute if I become a genie. Then no, you're not gonna do it.
Yeah, and speaking of Madame Mim, she doesn't really count as a villain, but yeah.
Even though she's in the last, I mean, she is enjoyable though.
She's enjoyable, but she doesn't really count because she's just there.
Well, so is the Queen of Hearts. So she was barely in the movie.
Well, good point.
Yeah. Okay, but still, like, Jafar is a pretty memorable character in the movie.
He is. He very much is.
Except in a live-action remake. But, like,
my friend was hoping for that they would get Hank Azaria to do it. He would have been a great Jafar.
He would have, but no, it's okay.
Probably would have made it a little bit funny though.
Yeah. Oh well. I don't know, but at least Jafar made it in the top 10, so that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so number 6 on our list, we have the diabolical sea witch herself from The Little Mermaid, Ursula.
Yes, based on a drag queen. She is actually. She's based on Divine.
Yep. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, like, Ursula almost made the top 5 on this list.
Just barely, yes.
Barely, almost made it. Yeah. Oh man, but she's another fantastic Disney villain.
She is, and she can be intimidating sometimes. I remember as a little kid, she scared me.
I mean, I don't blame you, especially the final climax at the end when she turns all giant at the end.
That part didn't scare me as much. I think it was other things, but yeah.
Really?
I don't remember specifically. I was very young at the time, but I take it back. That was one thing. So
Right.
I think it's when they show her death too. That was a little gruesome. So
Oh yeah, her death. Yeah, when she got
when
impaled
she
by the
gets
ship and
she
struck
gets
by
shish
lightning.
kebabbed.
Yep, she got shish kebabbed. Fitting way for a fish.
Adds up, I guess. But
Yep, and she pretty much tried to take over Atlantica and the land, and and she's very and what I liked about her is that she's not afraid to like pretty much like she's she's not willing like to sugarcoat anything when it comes to deals. So it's like, oh, if you sign this, it's like in 3 days, if you kiss the guy that you love, then you'll become human. That's good, right? But if you don't, it's like you belong to me. Then you be turned back into a mermaid. And she was one. And Arrow's like, okay, I like you.
so, Ariel's not the brightest bulb.
Yeah.
Sadly, yes, I said it, fangirls.
It's okay. I mean, she's one of my favorite princesses, but yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
But and her song "Poor Unfortunate Souls" is one of the best. Such a great song, great villain song. So yeah,
of course,
so I'm happy she made the top 10.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna go on to the top 5 Disney villains.
Top 5. Here we go.
Here we go. The big ones. Top 5. Here we go. Number 5 on the list from the Pride Lands, Scar from the Lion King.
I kind of suspected that.
Yep. See, I knew Scar would rank this high. I knew for sure he would rank this high.
Of course.
Man. So, oh my gosh, Scar, such a diabolical, mean villain. So iconic. Be prepared, and like his henchmen, the hyenas, are very memorable.
Yeah. There's only one thing that bugged me about Be Prepared, like the way they all those fans portray now. They make him look like he's gay, and I'm like, he's not gay.
No, like, oh my gosh, but
I don't know.
I mean, I can see where you're going with, but
it's when he does that weird pose.
Right. Okay, the pose he does. Okay.
You know
okay, I see I know which one you're talking about, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Man, but I don't know, nothing wrong with that. But pretty much, like killed his own brother, took over his land for many years, and like pretty much like driven off like the pride, and like pretty much like left the whole kingdom to die.
Pretty much. So that adds up.
Yeah, that adds up. Yeah, and he had a pretty gruesome death at the end. So.
Well, they don't show it, but yeah.
Yeah, but like it's like what's happening.
It's implied.
So
it's implied.
Yeah, so it's like pretty much don't betray your friends because they could come out and get you in the end. So.
Oh my.
Yep, I mean it's so true, but
it is
oh my
true,
gosh.
yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, Scar, fantastic villain for one of Disney's best movies. I am not surprised that he made it this high in the list.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either.
Yeah. Okay, next, number 4. This one is actually a surprise to me. All the way from Neverland, we have Captain Hook from Peter Pan.
You almost said Scar again.
I almost said Scar.
He's not Neverland.
Oh my god. We got so beating out Scar, we have Captain Hook from Peter Pan in number 4.
I guess it's understandable why, but I can't really say. I will say I discussed earlier. He's kind of a crybaby villain, so.
but at the same time,
but still a villain.
Right, but at the same time, he has a bit of a mind as well. He can be smart.
True.
Yeah, like he pretty much outwitted Tinkerbell by giving up the Peter Pan's hiding spot. Right. And he's not afraid to pretty much go to any lengths to kill kids.
Oh my.
And like literally he gave a bomb to Peter Pan.
Good point.
So even though he can be like a scaredy cat comical villain, he can be very intimidating and threatening at times.
Yeah, and his voice actor nowadays has been doing it since the original guy died for years ago. But yeah,
exactly.
I think he's been doing it since like the 70s. So
yeah, and also it's also in a way a strange way very fitting because we're the Disney Lost Boys and Girls, and yet a villain from Peter Pan ranked this high on the list. So I'm just
so it kind of adds up.
Right, like I was surprised. Like I don't know, like I guess like the community and like the team, like they really like Captain Hook that much, put him this high. So it was.
Okay.
So like I mean no problem with that. I mean Captain Hook he's one of my favorites. He's a great villain. So like
yeah.
So Yeah, so well done, Captain. Well done. So,
Well done.
yeah, placing at number 4. So, all right, here we go.
Number 3. Where we go?
The top 3 Disney villains. These for the bronze medal. The ruler of the underworld himself, Hades from Hercules.
I suspected that just a bit.
Just a bit, yeah. Like you ranked him at number 2 on your list, so you were one off.
One off, but that's okay.
But you were close. Yeah, you were very close. So yeah, so here, how about you, Tim? What did you find about all the great things that make Hades such a great villain?
Well, despite being Lord of the Underworld himself, that kind of goes without saying.
Right.
He did help hold Meg for many years. She's like his prisoner.
Pretty much, yep.
He did. He did, and then he ends up killing her at the end. So,
not
not completely, but yeah.
Yeah, not intentionally. I mean, like, yeah, but yeah, she does die.
Yeah, she does die. But I won't spoil the rest. If anyone who hasn't seen it, all 8 of you who haven't seen it. So.
And his overall goal is pretty much take over all of Mount Olympus.
Correct.
With the help of the Titans.
That pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's and he's been like tossing out like monsters and like creatures to go after Hercules to stop him, and each one of them keeps on failing, but they're all really powerful monsters. You got like the Hydra, you got the Nemean lion, you got the Gorgon, like as she was there for a bit during the montage.
She was? I remember that.
Yeah, you got like Medusa there.
Oh, I'll have to look at that again, but yeah.
Yeah, she was there. And who else was there? I think there was like harpies there. I think it was a harpy. But
what was the giant pig?
Yeah, there was like a wild boar. Yeah, there was but yeah, there was like lots of monsters going after him.
Yeah, and Hades is funny too.
He is funny. He's like one of the funniest Disney villains.
He really is. I'm told James Woods improv'd a lot. So
yeah, it's such a great villain. I'm happy he ranked this high on the list. Like he's actually, I think on this list, I think I ranked him at the same spot. I ranked him at number 3. I ranked Hades at number 3.
Oh really?
So, yeah, so I was actually happy with the place. I was like, oh, he actually got 3. Like, yay.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm like, heck yeah, I got one right. So, oh man, but yeah, I'm just saying, like, if Pain and Panic went through with their job, they would have won. Like, he would have won. I'm just
there you go.
He would have won. But,
I love in the movie when it's like, guys, Olympus is that way. So
yeah, I love that line. Like, Olympus is that way. And that whole used car salesman talk, I really liked it. Like, hey,
oh yeah, I totally was actually imitating someone for that. So I don't know who,
great.
But yeah.
Yeah, so great. Love his performance.
He's a sucker for the little suckers.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So now we're going on. Used car salesman talk. And what?
Oh, sorry. We're about to go into the silver medal, the second place villain. All right, number 2 on our list. We're gonna go down to New Orleans to meet the Shadow Man himself, Dr. Facilier. So,
really? Number 2?
Number 2. Yeah, Dr. Facilier ranked number 2 on this list.
Wow.
Well, I mean, like, for me, he was one off of my list. I put him as number 1 for obvious reasons, but I'm happy he got at least the top 3. So
True.
Yes.
And we both know why. So.
Oh yeah, we definitely both know why. Like he literally like sold his soul to get voodoo powers to gain money and power, and was willing to get out of debt by pretty much like giving up all the souls on New Orleans instead of his.
Right, to the friends on the other side.
Exactly. A bunch of innocent people's lives were at stake. So
right, and not to mention that the Sodercraig mentioned this after Frollo's song. We didn't get that song till we didn't get Dr. Facilier's song till many years later.
Right, we didn't get a
really good villain song.
A really good villain song until 2009. Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah,
I mean, like everyone forgets Yodel from Home on the Range. Everyone forgets
that does not exist, but which is a shame because my friend did a fandom of that. So,
oh man,
years ago, but he doesn't do it. He forgot about it since then. But yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, back to Facilier.
Yes.
He's smooth. He's suave. He has great voodoo powers. His song "Friends on the Other Side." It's a bop. It's fantastic.
Yes, it is.
And oh my gosh, I'm like, yeah, I even dressed up as him last night.
You
And
did.
yep, and Facilier got a kick of it last year during the Oogie Boogie
Oh yeah, I remember
bash.
that. I wasn't there, but yeah,
But it was we
with
filmed
you,
it.
but yeah.
Yeah, he loved it. Oh my gosh, such a great villain. Easily hands down one of the best parts in the movie, in my opinion.
Of course. And before we get to number one, should we do honorable mentions? Because we never really
Ooh,
did
honorable
that.
mentions? I don't think
I
we've
don't know.
ever done honorable mentions.
No, I don't think we have, but we can if you want to.
Okay, all right, how about this? Like, we'll name a Disney villain that wasn't on this list,
Yeah,
but thought deserved a mention. So
right.
we'll just pick one villain. So who would be your honorable mention?
My honorable mention would probably be the Horned King, despite the fact this movie
Ooh.
flopped.
Oh, the Horned King. Yeah, he is one of Disney's scariest villains.
Very.
Very, yeah. Like, try to raise an army of the dead to control the kingdom. Yeah.
That goes without saying. So.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, that villain scared a lot of people when they first
Right.
saw this movie. So.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there was a reason the movie flopped, but probably just because one's that good. But yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, it'd be a good pick for honorable mention. Very
Yeah.
underrated Disney villain.
Very underrated because the movie flopped at the time. So.
Yeah. Okay. You know, I'm gonna go for with the underrated Disney villain as well. For my honorable mention, I'm gonna go with Professor Radigan from The Great Mouse Detective.
Yes, please.
Such a great
That's
villain.
my
One of
second favorite villain. So.
Yeah, he's like one of my top 10 favorite villains. I love Professor Radigan.
My friend and I did a fan dub of Radigan and Fidget.
Nice.
It's on my YouTube page, and people tell me I sound just like him when I do Fidget's voice.
Oh, it's great. And like seriously, he is like I love how he's funny, but also very threatening. He's very dangerous when it comes to mice.
At the very end, it proves it. So.
Oh yeah, the very end of the movie proves it. Yeah, it tries to take over all of Mousedom, and like anyone who pretty much like messes with him, he just rings the bell, and Felicia, his cat, just eats him. It's like
then she pieces out. But then at the very end of the clock tower scene, like Big Ben scene, that was something.
Yeah, that's like, in my opinion, that's like one of like the best climaxes in any Disney animated movie.
Very much.
It's intense. So.
Yeah, very much. And actually, at ESPN's, the former ESPN zone, they had a shopping event for a limited edition Halloween merchandise, and they had a pin of Fidget that said 2020. And I'm like, I wanted to get it, but I ran out of time. So
darn. Hopefully it's there. I don't know, but
we'll
it's so great. It's great though. I mean, I'm glad that like somewhat Great Mouse Detective is getting more love, because if you guys have not seen the movie, go watch it. It's a very underrated Disney movie.
And it's great.
Go watch it. It's really good. It's really great. Especially if you want to see a great Disney villain, you will not be disappointed with Professor Radigan.
Especially the way Vincent Price performs him.
Yes, Vincent Price. Yes. Oh my gosh.
He did such a great job.
Oh yeah. All right. So now we got honorable mentions out of the way with
so now for number one.
Radigan. Now for number one. No surprise at all, at least to me, according to the Disney Lost Boys team and community, the number one greatest Disney villain of all time is the mistress of evil herself, Maleficent.
I suspected that. I
mean, this is like,
it's cliche, but yeah.
I'm not surprised she got number one. I'm not.
Right. We were discussing this earlier. Her name literally means evil, and yet Angelina Jolie's version kind of ruined her. So
yeah, I mean, like she literally calls herself mistress of all evil. So
so it adds up.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now here's the question.
Yes.
In your opinion, Tim, why do you think people ranked Maleficent this high on the list?
That's actually a good thought, because I actually don't even know. But my speculation is because, well, obviously she curses Aurora.
Right.
She curses
Aurora.
Aurora.
She party.
You're right. She does that. She and almost. Excuse me. Almost wins.
She almost won. Yeah.
She almost won. But I think the biggest thing is that she's pretty cool because she turns into a dragon at the end.
Oh,
whereas in Angelina Jolie's version, she doesn't. So
no, disappointing.
She's just kind of there. She did do it in Once Upon a Time, though.
Yeah. Yes.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. Yeah. But and also, like, I mean, her henchmen not the best when it comes to her goons, because like they were literally looking for a baby for 16 years.
And she even says they're hopeless. So
yeah, and like literally she had to get her Raven Diablo to go find her, which she
That's
does.
right.
So
That's right.
and what else? Oh, and like what's also what I find really diabolical about Maleficent is that the fact that during the scene when she captured Prince Philip, and like it's like normally like the easy way to do it, would be like, oh, like capture your prisoner, they often kill him right there, so that way no longer be a threat, right?
Right.
Right,
But she
but
has
no,
plans.
she doesn't. No, she doesn't do that. Because she's so diabolical and so twisted and so evil that she pretty much like she planned out that like Aurora like during her sleep like she's gonna like stay like under her sleeping spell, she's gonna be all like young and beautiful for as long as she sleeps, so like she doesn't age while she sleeps, and so she
Which makes
just
her
had
look
to
like
come
a
up.
Barbie doll.
Yeah. And she pretty much Maleficent's like, you know what, Prince Philip, I'm going to keep you here until you're old and decrepit and you can barely walk, and you're free to go and you can go after Aurora. So I'm like, oh, that is so it's like to have like Aurora like if like Prince Philip would like wake up to like an old dude and be like, oh my gosh, it's
That's
man,
pretty nuts.
I'm like, it's pretty messed up. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm
She like taunts him in a way. Well, not really
yeah, she was
taunts him, but
taunting him right
mocks him.
there.
Mocks him.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna give you a happy ending, but you have to wait until you're old. So like, yeah,
Pretty much, but
but
pretty
and
much, but yeah.
yeah, and the final climax is memorable. Everyone remembers the
When she turns
climax
to the dragon,
between
yeah.
the dragon. Yep, and fights Prince Philip. I mean, that's like easily probably my favorite Disney climax ever. Is that
It,
fight scene?
it also happens in Fantasmic, but with
Yep.
Mickey.
Which I think that's like one of the main reasons why, because like she's so popular and so well known that they put her like in everywhere, like in Disney entertainment
Oh
when it
yeah,
comes to Disney
yeah, because
villains.
they had a show at World called Dream Along with Mickey. She was the villain in that.
Exactly. She was in Dream Along with Mickey. She was in Fantasmic. Well, she is in Fantasmic. She's the main villain in
Still is in
that.
Fantasmic. Yeah.
What else? I know she was like
She was the host of Mix and Mingle
that's
also at Disney World, one of the Halloween events.
that's true. Yeah, and then for
She
a
she
while, like
she hosted it, and then they changed it to Hocus Pocus. So,
yeah, actually no, before they actually,
but she's in that as well. So
yeah. But I mean, like she did host it the most. Like for the last few years of Mix and Mingle, they actually changed the host from Maleficent to Dr. Facilier.
really,
Yeah, they did.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
you know that? Yeah, he did.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, he sings like "Friends on the Other Side" at the beginning, and then the party starts. So it's
Oh,
pretty
I
cool.
see.
But yeah, so yeah, she was also in the Hocus Pocus show, so it's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. She appears as almost like the devil in a way.
Yeah,
Oh,
like so pretty
she
much
appears
like,
that way, but everyone knows she's not. So,
but yeah, like so pretty much like when Chernobog's away as like being like the overlord of like Disney villains, then Maleficent's in the spot. So she was like, okay,
pretty
I'm here.
much, yeah. And then, yeah, they gave in Once Upon a Time. I saw clips from it. They gave Chernobog a bigger role. So,
Right.
and I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I think he's like, I don't know what it is. He's like the dark spirit or something or other.
Something like that. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, so that's the current placing. So no surprise at all, at least to the both of us. Maleficent got the #1 gold medal for best Disney villain, according to the Disney Lost Boys and Girls team and community.
Right.
So, how do you feel with the ranking?
What? Well, it's kind of no surprise that Maleficent did, because even Disney themselves say that she's the greatest villain.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's kind of so it kind of goes without saying, but yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it goes without saying. Okay, and which villain placement do you thought was like the most surprising to you?
Most surprising, I think, was probably Dr. Facilier.
Really, for like being ranked at #2?
Well, yeah. Well, yes and no. It was either that or yeah. It was mostly him, but it's understandable why, because we just said it. So
right, yeah, and like I'm happy, but I'm surprised, but in like happy in a good way that he got like in the top 3. So I'm just happy. So I'm okay with that. I'm like, okay, good. I'm like, you're
that's
good.
fine.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, yeah. I'm like, you put Facilier #2. I'm happy.
And plus, I've seen in terms of like Maleficent and the Evil Queen, I've seen them together a lot. So
Yeah,
not like in a bad way, just
yeah,
but
right,
um, but yeah, I've seen them together a lot in videos from the parks and also on Once Upon a Time. So
right. I would say probably like the placement that I was surprised the most with was Frollo being ranked at number 11. Like that
really?
was, yeah, for me that was a shock for me. Like
Oh yeah, it's true because yeah,
yeah, I thought he would be ranked higher on the list because all the bad things that he's done.
very
So,
much,
which is interesting. So I don't know.
very
I mean, like
much.
it's a very interesting list of placement of the villains, and like I'm happy with the outcome. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like our content, you guys want to see more, feel free to like, subscribe, and comment below. Who are your favorite Disney villains? Ones that we mentioned on the list, ones we have not mentioned on the list. Like there are lots of Disney villains to choose from. Uh, like like we got Yzma, who's a great one, and we also have Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Both
And we
of
also
them are
have
really good.
yeah, both of them are great
Yzma was
villains.
more comical though,
Right, like Captain Hook and Hades
and the Queen of
and
Hearts.
Radigan. Yeah, and Queen of Hearts. Yeah, they're more the comical villains. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's there are lots of great villains to choose from. But
so
yeah,
many.
leave your comments below. Comment below who are your favorite villains. Do you like the ranking? Put your list below, and stay tuned because pretty soon we're gonna be having a Halloween party coming up soon, and we would love for you to join us. So thank you guys for watching, and we hope to see you guys next time. So bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.